Welcome to the June 11th, 2021 video version of the Wagner Daily. My name is Rick Petticelli. Once a week, this video replaces the written commentary portion of our report. Hopefully it serves as a nice change of pace as well as offers some insight as to how we set up our charts, what time frames and indicators we use. As you can see here on the left-hand side, the daily chart, we try to keep it pretty simple. 10, 20 EMA, 50, 200 SMA, and then we also have a relative strength line. On the weekly, we have a 10 SMA, 20 EMA, 30 SMA, 40 SMA, and then sometimes we'll have the relative strength line up, and obviously volume here with a moving average of volume. So a pretty simple setup, and really with the moving averages, most of the time I'm dealing with either the 10 or the 20. And once the price action begins to live below the 30-week moving average, then by that time it's probably no longer on an actionable watch list for me. So most of the time, anything I'm looking at is going to be above a rising 20-week MA. So first up, we're going to run through a few broad market averages. Then we'll get into current open positions in the model portfolio. And to wrap it up, we're going to take a look at a few setups that might be actionable within the next few days. The S&P 500 attempted to break out to new highs. It did so intraday, but I think closed right at the high. But overall, looks pretty solid. Even if the price action were to pull back in from here, say this turns into a false breakout the next few days, the rising 20 EMA is less than 1% lower, so that's where we expect support to come in. Next up is the Nasdaq Composite, which cleared the prior high this week, so a positive sign there. Held on this one shakeout day on 6/3. It took out it closed beneath the 10, 20, and 50 MAs and reversed immediately back above, which is ideal when we have a shakeout to see an immediate reversal, at least within the next 1 or 2 days. That's generally a really positive sign. So there was a shakeout followed by a quick reversal and a move above the swing high. So a solid week of trading. And the RS line on the Nasdaq is showing a sharper angle of attack here, so that's a good sign as well. And last one is IWP, which is the S&P 400 Mid-Cap Growth ETF, which we monitor to give us an idea of how the stocks we like to trade are performing. And much like the Nasdaq, it had a shakeout day, which was followed by an immediate reversal back above the RS line, pushing higher. So overall, some solid action here. And it does have on the weekly chart, a downtrend line that it will eventually have to deal with if it continues to rally along with this prior swing high. This week so far has been a pretty solid week of trading for growth stocks, which is a positive sign for our trading system. On to open positions in the model portfolio. Per intraday alert, we bought ZS over the 2-day high. Originally, we purchased ZS on a nice reversal candle through 189. And then we sold yesterday on the close due to the 2 bars of stalling. The price action did not roll over, it held up and pushed through the 2-day high in the 200 area, where we purchased around 252. Current stop is beneath this breakout day low. And note the strong volume on the fall through above the high of the initial gap up day. SC was another stock that we sold. We originally bought around this 260 area. We sold it on Wednesday, bought back in on Thursday, and what we're looking for is a potential downtrend line break here, which is why we purchased on Thursday in anticipation of this downtrend line break. We'll have to see if we get it or not. The stop is beneath the rising 10-day MA and this short-term uptrend line and the low of 6.8. So it's not too bad of a stop, just about 5% away. NVIDIA, we're long from an entry over the range high at around 662. And we're currently waiting for some sort of pullback closer to the 10-day EMA to add to our position. And then we have Roblox, which we're currently long from an entry around 79. We bought yesterday around 95, but we're stopped out this morning when the price took out the low of 6.8. However, Thursday's bullish reversal candle is a buy signal, so we sent out an alert around 3:30 to purchase Roblox at 91 with the stop beneath today's low. And that's for the ad only. And if the price action can get going here tomorrow and clear the prior day's high and the 10 MA and this downtrend line, that could spark the next wave up. In terms of actionable setups, a few that we're looking at here, crowd, which already broke out today. If the price action were to pull back into this 225 area, might be worth a shot with the stop beneath this wide range bar on Thursday or beneath the 2-day low around 4.5 to 5% away. Another stock setting up is STAA, and this cleared range highs and has since chopped around. Bit of a false breakout of this downtrend line, so if it can clear the 2-bar high, could be in play. And on the weekly chart to the right, note the rising wedge-like pattern, which provided resistance on the last move up. If the price can clear this 3-week high, it could be off to the races. D-Dog reclaimed the 200-day MA on heavier than average volume, and this is still more than 20-something percent, 25% off the highs. For someone who has room in the portfolio for a setup that may take a little bit longer to develop, this is an early entry here, looking for the price to hold the 200 with a stop probably beneath the 50 MA. And next up is Shop, which had cleared its downtrend line and failed to follow through, but has since formed a pretty tight trading range over the past few weeks, with the price action holding above this trend line for the most part, while the 20-day EMA caught up. Also worth noting that the 10-week moving average is just below as well. The surge off the 200, there was about a 22% move, and note the strong volume with several above average volume days on the rally, and then on the pullback, volumes declined and dried up here the past week. And we also see one reversal candle off the 20 EMA and a second on Thursday. So there's definitely some quality support around the 1200 area. Shop is potentially in play over this downtrend line. Snap is interesting as well. If it can clear the 2-bar high on a pickup in volume, that could be in play. Note the tight weekly chart here the past few weeks, as the price action cleared the weekly downtrend line with support from the rising 10-week MA. And on the daily chart, there's support from the 10 and 20-day MAs. And the last chart of the night is LSPD, which is a recent stop out, as the price action was a false breakout above 74 on 6.8. But we like the tight trading range the past few weeks. If LSPD can hold above this 20-day EMA, we look for a potential downtrend line break, much like this last one here that led to a test of the high. So a downtrend line break could lead to another breakout attempt down the road. So definitely one to keep an eye on. That's a wrap for tonight's video. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.